Hey guys, welcome back to the Trailer Hustle Podcast. This is the Trailer Owners Network. Today's episode, I'm going to be talking about a kind of a health and safety thing that's going on right now. I've got an article that I'm reading, and I've been watching some videos about this outbreak of EHV1, which is a equine herpes virus type 1. That's going in. That's breaking out in Texas right now, and it's a big deal. It's a big deal, especially for all you guys that are renting out livestock trailers and things like that. I'm going to be talking to you guys specifically about this. Appreciate the shout out in the group as well from Amanda that posted in the group about this and kind of turned me onto the topic. But I just want to kind of give my 2 cents on this, and hopefully the right people see it and can take the proper precautions and things like that. I did take some notes here too, because I want to make sure that I cover some really specific things and don't just get lost in me talking like I do sometimes. But what I want to do is I want to kind of breeze through this article really quick and tell you guys what's actually going on first. And then I'll kind of, discuss what I recommend for getting through this thing and, on the rental side specifically. But this is an article from the Texas Department of Agriculture. Let's see, Commissioner Sid Miller. So it says, let's see here. Commissioner Sid Miller in the Texas Department of Agriculture today issued an alert to Texas horsemen of an outbreak of equine herpes type 1, or EHV1 as we'll call it. Reported by Texas veterinarians after the recent World Championship barrel racing finals in the Waco area on November 5th through the 9th. Commissioner Miller is urging all horse owners, trainers, and venue operators who attended or were in proximity to the event or who have recently returned from any large equine gathering in the Waco region in the last 14 days to act swiftly, monitor their animals carefully, and implement heightened biosecurity measures. He goes on to say, quote, the virus can spread fast, it can be deadly, and the earliest signs are often so subtle they're easy to miss. That's why monitoring your horses right now is critical. The quicker we identify a potential case, the better chance we have to protect not only our animals, but the entire Texas equine community. And they're saying it's a particularly aggressive strain of EHV1, which that's always fun. So the investigation's ongoing. They believe the situation warrants immediate attention given the rapid spread and severe outcomes in affected horses. Those who should act immediately are those who have a horse, and it goes into who these people are. But, for my purposes here, for this episode, I want to talk to the guys and gals that are renting out cattle trailers. And you already have a lot of best practices when you're renting these things out. But this is just another example as to why you really have to be on your game when it comes to sanitation and maintenance, keeping good records, and things like that. It's extremely important. The last thing you want is for a customer's animal to get sick because you didn't maintain your equipment, or for your own animals to get sick. If you have a cattle trailer, you probably didn't buy it just for rental. Maybe you did. But you probably had it already sitting around because it's something that you use for your own stuff. So last thing you want is for a customer to bring it back and, your animals get sick because that customer didn't take proper precautions or because you didn't. Customers need to understand that you need to have those very, very strong conversations with the customers about, sanitation and making sure that they're being safe and transporting animals the correct way. Very, very, very important. Now, I don't personally rent out livestock trailers. I know a lot of folks in Central Florida that I know do. There's a lot of people in Texas and Georgia that I network with that do. And I've heard, all kinds of horror stories from animals getting sick and stuff like that. I've heard a lot of good too. I mean, people make some good money renting them out, but the last thing you want is to be on the receiving end of something crazy like this or some type of legal action because they're saying that you didn't follow protocols and an animal got sick because of you. So you definitely do not want that. What I recommend is stop all rentals with livestock trailers right now until this thing kind of gets under control. Right. I mean, I would definitely recommend sanitizing it, cleaning your trailers, letting them sit. Big thing too is make sure that you let them dry out fully, put them in the sun and let them dry out fully. Cause I know that viruses like this, they tend to thrive in wetter conditions. So make sure that you get them dried out completely. The other thing too is if you don't just stop renting the trailers, to kind of, limit your risk here, or I guess your risk here, is I would add a mandatory cleaning fee to all rentals right now. Period. Even if that customer swears up and down they're going to take care of it, doesn't matter. Add a mandatory cleaning fee. Tell the customer it doesn't get them off the hook. It just means that you're going to be cleaning it on top of it. You don't want customers thinking that, it's kind of a catch-22 too, because you don't want customers thinking that they're off the hook. I'm paying for a cleaning fee anyway, might as well just bring it back. Let them know, hey, you're still required to clean it, but there is also going to be an additional cleaning fee for your rental, because you're going to sanitize it top to bottom as well. I highly recommend you do that to assist in stopping the spread of this thing. And by the way, I'm in no way, shape, or form an expert on EHV1 or anything like that, or hell, even the products used to sanitize these things. I've read about different products that are used. I've had some people send me some links to them just so I can kind of read up on them. But I've never cleaned a livestock trailer. I don't own them. I don't have them. So, but common sense will tell you, you need to focus on this. So if you're not thinking about it, you need to start thinking about it. The other thing too, and I talk about maintenance quite a bit and keeping good records, is you need to keep a really good record as to what type of cleaning you're doing after every single rental. You need to make sure that you're keeping track of what types of chemicals you're using, what type of products you're using to actually sanitize and clean these trailers, the dates, the times, maybe even take before and after photos. I mean, it can't hurt. As many things as you can do to CYA, cover your ass, the better. But most importantly is it's going to also be another step of holding yourself accountable to protecting other people's animals and your own animals, and doing business the right way and not just winging it. That's how things like this get worse. So don't be that guy or gal. Very important. And then of course, getting some signs posted inside your trailer would be a really good idea. Just saying, this trailer needs to come back and, clean and sanitize and the whole thing. Similar to what you would put inside a toolbox. It says straps must be, rolled and organized and that kind of thing, and put back the right way. I've got that in a lot of my toolboxes. They don't always work, but they're there nonetheless. But this is a pretty important thing, guys. We don't want to be killing people's animals or spreading these viruses because we're not doing our thing. So yeah, I mean, they're going through steps of, I'm reading further into the article. It says to protect your horses and the broader Texas equine community, the TDA recommends the following immediate steps. Isolate any horse that attended the Waco event for the last 14 days from other equines or until cleared by a veterinarian. Suspend hauling, showing, or mixing horses from exposure from the exposure group. And sorry, y'all, until further notice. Avoid taking exposed horses to other barns or events. Disinfect trailers, wash racks, cross ties, tie areas. Sorry guys, it's 1:09 in the morning. I've had a serious day, so sorry if I'm reading kind of dumb here. Suspend hauling, showing, or mixing horses. We got that part. Okay. Disinfect trailers, wash racks, cross ties, tie areas, tack rooms, buckets, grooming tools, and any shared equipment. Use an appropriate disinfectant. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, you would think it's common sense, but it's not so common, unfortunately. The big thing here is again, just protecting wildlife, protecting your business, not wildlife, excuse me, the animals, but also just the liability side of things. For you guys in your business. I definitely don't want anybody getting in trouble or doing something stupid. So make sure you're keeping good records of what you're doing, put some signs up, or just stop renting altogether, or charge that mandatory cleaning fee if you have to. I mean, I personally would do that because you're going to be putting a little bit of extra elbow grease into this. You should be doing it anyway. I know there's a lot of laws in place just for this. So you should be doing these things anyway, but I would take it a little bit more serious right now until this outbreak is kind of a little bit more under control. So anyway, I had some other notes that I had taken from another article about the legality surrounding all this stuff, but yeah, I can't, I'm not an expert in this stuff, and I'm not a lawyer or any of that stuff, so I'm not going to go too hardcore into this stuff. But yeah, as a business, you are expected to uphold certain quality standards, especially regarding this type of stuff. So guys, take it serious and, run your businesses accordingly. Let's see here. His final quote was, "I'm asking every local horse rider, roper, trainer, and breeder to do their part today. Check your horses twice a day, isolate any exposed animals, tighten up your biosecurity, and call your vet the moment something looks off. If we work together and take this seriously, we can get ahead of this outbreak and keep our horses and our state's $12.3 billion equine industry safe." So, yeah, guys, it's a serious thing. So, take it serious, and let's make sure the animals are protected. Let's make sure that our customers are informed, and educate yourselves, guys. I mean, honestly, again, I don't have livestock trailers, and this isn't really something that I would have to worry about personally. But I'm still doing what I can to learn about it and understand these types of things, because it does impact our industry, and our community pretty heavily. And last thing we want to do is set a piss poor example for the next guy and get in trouble as a company, or worst case, hurt somebody's animals or something like that. So make sure you're taking proper precautions, educate yourself, educate your customers, make sure that everybody's on board to, to ensure that this thing is, covered. So, the group has been growing like crazy, and I'm going to open it up really quick. And every single day, I feel like I'm just happy and excited we have this thing to work in together, because, like, if Amanda didn't post this, I probably wouldn't have seen it. A lot of people probably wouldn't have seen it. It's not like the post got a whole lot of traction, unfortunately. Let's see, where's the post at? Here we go. Let's see, we got a few comments on it. People saying, "I've always wondered about this." Some other folks saying they're about to pull the trigger on getting a trailer. And of course, people asking about rates. But I don't know. Take it serious, guys. That's serious. But my point is, we have this community, and these are the types of things that get spread around really quickly, or everybody kind of gets educated on something. Just because I've never done livestock trailers, whatever, doesn't mean that information isn't useful. This is all about networking with each other and helping each other's businesses grow. So I'm just stoked. Every day I'm excited about it. We've had, you know what? I'm going to share some stats with you guys. If you're not in the Trailer Hustle community right now, if you're not in the Trailer Hustle group, I should say, you have to join the group, guys. You have to. I'm going to read you guys just some quick stats, because I like sharing this kind of stuff. Just some insights. And you know what? I'm just going to go to the quick insights here. So this is for the last 28 days. Okay. The last 28 days, we've had 594 posts in the group. We've had 6,800 comments, and we've had 12,900 reactions. That's pretty huge, guys. It's a very active group. We've got a lot of engagement. We've got a lot of really incredible experience in the group. So if you're not in there yet, please join it. We've got a pretty cool episode coming next week on Friday. So in a couple of days, I'm going to be interviewing and talking with Aaron from Trailer Valet. Really excited about that. That'll be pretty cool. I've got a couple of their jacks on some of my trailers. They're a drill-powered JX7 series, or JX series, I think. No, yeah, JX7. 7,000 pound jack, but they're great, man. They're awesome. So I was talking with them, and they're going to be coming on, and we're just going to talk some shop, talk about their products and kind of where they came from, and all. So that'll most likely be next Monday. I'm pretty confident Monday's episode will be talking with Trailer Valet. So if you want to tune in for that, 8 a.m. Monday morning, it'll be released on Shopify, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course right here on YouTube. So be sure to join in for that. This is going to be kind of a short episode. Again, it's 1:15 in the morning, and I'm trying to really stay committed to weekdays at 8 a.m., guys. I don't know why I did this to myself, but, I want to bring something to you guys each day, and make sure you guys are getting as much value out of Trailer Hustle as possible, because I know I get a ton out of being in this community. Sure, I started the thing and all that, but most importantly is I benefit so much from it. From meeting so many of you guys and networking with so many of you guys and hearing y'all's success stories. And sometimes I see something, I'm like, I never thought of that crap. I've been doing this for years. I never thought of that. Kind of like today with this post. I would have had no idea about this, and would have had any clue what EHV1 or whatever, EVH1, whatever it is. I wouldn't know what all that stuff is. So It's all about educating yourself, being a student of your profession, networking best you can, using all the tools at your disposal. And that's what we're doing with the Trailer Hustle community. So with that, guys, again, short episode today. Got some other cool stuff happening. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget, we've got the giveaways happening right now in the Trailer Hustle app. Oh, I did actually talk with my friends, and I'll give you a teaser here. Okay. Can't tell you exactly what it is, but I did speak with my friends at Max D today, and we are putting something together that's going to be pretty dang cool for next year. By the end of the first quarter of next year, there's going to be a pretty sweet giveaway, I'm pretty sure. And you guys are going to want to be a part of that. So stay tuned for that. That's going to all happen on the Trailer Hustle mobile app. Again, the facelift that's happening with that should be done in the next few weeks. I'm going to keep talking about it, keep reminding you guys. Thank you all so much for the support of the Trailer Hustle app. This facelift is going to be massive. You guys are going to really, really like it compared to now. We've gotten well over 1,000 downloads, and with pretty much zero advertising, just, talking with you guys here on the podcast, and of course in the Trailer Hustle group, and you guys kind of talking with one another about it. But all of the features that the app has are going to be way more prevalent in the update. Right now, it's like navigation's a little weird. I hate it. I hate how it turned out so far. So that's why I've thrown a lot of time, energy, effort, and money and sleepless nights at getting this thing overhauled, so that way everybody can enjoy it and use it. And we're gonna have a free version as well, things like that. So stay tuned for all that. The Trailer Hustle Picnic, we've also picked up a couple of new sponsors there. So be sure to check that out if you're in Florida or wouldn't mind coming to Florida. This is a family-friendly event, guys. So if you got kids, you want to bring your spouse, this is an event just for us to hang out together, enjoy some awesome barbecue, shoot the shit, play some cornhole. We're going to have a face painter for the kids. We're going to have kids activities. We're going to have great food, great snacks, great desserts. And we're going to have some pretty kick-ass giveaways from some pretty kick-ass companies. I know that Ryan from Big Reynolds is going to attend. Adam from Ride Dog is going to be there. I believe some of our friends from Leonard Truck Outfitters are going to show up, and they might do a little bit of a giveaway or something. We're still kind of working that out. But we've got all kinds of cool stuff that's happening. And this is, like I said, this isn't like some big event. You're not bringing your trailers. We're not going to be showcasing products and trying to push stuff down your throat. This is a day for us to all get together, meet each other face to face. We see these names pop up all the time in the group and in the app, and it'll be cool just to meet each other face to face and, just share a fun day with each other, man. That's what it's all about. So I appreciate you guys. This is just my way of trying to give back. And if the Florida event goes well, then we'll start doing pop-up events all over. That's the goal. That's the hope anyway. I think it'd be super, super cool to do that. So, but anyway, if you guys want to collaborate with me on this podcast, you guys want to do anything within the sponsorships or participate somehow with the picnic, please reach out to me. Justin@trailerhustle.com is my email, or use the contact us form at trailerhustle.com. Guys, thank you once again. Weekdays, 8 a.m., new podcast every single day. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. This is the Trailer Owners Network. Have a great day, guys.